Lately, there's been a lot of noise around someone named JMouse. He's 8 years old, and somehow people are calling him manipulative, immature, and even racist. But here's the thing. When you're 8, you're still learning everything. How to communicate, how to react, and how to be part of a group. And instead of helping him, some people are turning this into a public spectacle. Let's start with the obvious. JMouse is not a teenager. He's not an adult. He's a kid, full stop. So when he gets overwhelmed and yells or says something strange, that's not some deep, evil tactic. That's a child trying to deal with big emotions. It might not be the right reaction, but it's not one that deserves hate. One person in the group said, JMouse is 8, so he has no Discord, and he's a pussy. Let's just call that what it is, harassment. This isn't holding someone accountable. This is bullying, directed at someone who probably doesn't fully understand what's going on. A lot of people bring up that JMouse screams when others swear, especially at someone named Waslow. Yeah, screaming's not great. It's loud, it's chaotic. But if a kid doesn't like hearing certain language and doesn't have the tools to express it, that kind of reaction is predictable, not malicious. There's a big difference between someone being annoying and someone being intentionally harmful. The way people are reacting to him, using words like manipulative or toxic, those are adult-level accusations. And when they're thrown at someone who's barely old enough to multiply numbers, it starts to feel more like targeting than truth. We need to ask ourselves, are we holding a child to the same standards we'd hold a teenager? And if so, why? Now let's talk about the serious stuff. If JMouse did say something offensive, like a racial slur or hurtful comment, yes, it should be addressed. But how? By educating him, by explaining why it's wrong, not by turning it into content, not by spreading it in group chats, not by calling him names in front of an audience. When you publicly shame an 8-year-old instead of guiding them, that's not justice. That's just cruelty dressed up like moral high ground. And now we get to something that honestly crosses the line. One of the people calling JMouse out is reportedly 16, and in one of their own videos, they admit their audience includes people under 10. So here's the question. If you know your community has literal children in it, why are you treating this like it's beef between two adults? You're not just speaking to your friends, you're setting an example for hundreds of younger viewers. And when you use your platform to call out an 8-year-old like they're some manipulative villain, that's not leadership. That's irresponsibility. If you're older, 13, 14, 16, you don't need to turn every disagreement into a public war. You don't need to make jokes at a kid's expense to prove a point. You can set boundaries. You can walk away. You can protect your space without becoming a bully. That's real maturity.
What?
I'll stop being racist.
Wait, what?
I just
caught you on a fucking video, dude. Nah, what do you mean you'll stop being racist? Oh my god, he kicked me.
Why would you put him backstage?
Yep.
I
Alright, he's clipped.
He said bad words. I don't allow bad words.
He's clipped. I'm
Okay.
To be clear, JMouse isn't perfect. No one is. He probably has caused stress in his group. He probably has reacted in ways that aren't okay. But he's not a villain. He's not some mastermind. He's an 8-year-old with limited tools trying to exist in an online space that was never built for kids his age. And when the people around him, the ones who are old enough to know better, choose to turn it into content, gossip, or group ridicule, that says more about them than it does about him. Voiceover. So here's the truth. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to be frustrated. But when your response starts to look more like humiliation than communication, you've lost the point. This isn't just drama. This is a reminder that online spaces can be cruel. or they can be better. And that choice, that's up to all of us. Thanks for listening. You don't have to agree with everything, but if this gave you something to think about, that's all that really matters. Take care of your space and take care of each other.